Today I have to start packing my plants for the move, and like it's already stressing me out a little bit. So today is Monday and we are moving on Friday, and like our whole house is chaotic, filled with boxes and stuff. You're getting a pretty good angle there, which doesn't have them in, but you're literally sitting on top of a box right now as a tripod. It's all a bit of a chaotic mess, and I think it's finally time to get going with my plants. I've been putting it off for as long as I possibly can because I want them to have light for as long as possible. And so we've been procrastinating / being strategic on it because I want to make sure that they do as best as possible in the move, but it's Monday and it's time to actually start packing. Yesterday I actually went around and I did a really big water. I went through all of my plants, made sure the water reservoirs on the semihydro ones were filled. I made sure the ones in soil were nice and moist, and so hopefully that will last until at least Saturday morning when we are in the new place and I can give them more water without stressing about them being too wet to move and stuff like that. And luckily I think this week's not insanely hot, but it is still warm. It's gonna get warmer as we get further in the week, but as of right now we're like good mid-20s, which is really nice actually and perfect for packing up plants up. So let's just get started with this together. Before we do though, I want to say if you're new here and you don't know me already, hi, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos and subscribe to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate you returning. Now, let's get to packing. I kind of want to start with putting as many plants in these clear boxes as possible, because if they're in a clear box, one, if the box has a lid, I can stack it, or it can be stacked in the moving truck and like that'll be great. But two, they'll be able to like receive light still. They're not just going to be like trapped in a dark box for the time. So I think I'm going to try and start with putting as many small plants as I possibly can in these boxes. I have one actually quite large one, like quite tall one, the one that they're all in, and I think that's going to be really useful for some things. I think I'm going to start in the cabinet because they can't move the cabinet with the plants in it. So I think that's where we're going to begin. This stresses me out so much. I just like, it's not gonna be perfect, and that's what's hard for me, I think, because I don't want my plants to have a bad time. Also, anything in plastic is not gonna be compromised with if it's wet, so these sort of smaller things that are going in here, I can totally keep the semihydro reservoirs. I know I was talking about it in the plants I'm worried about video, that I might not keep the water reservoirs going because it could compromise boxes, cardboard boxes, but if it's in plastic it should be okay. So maybe I'll do a couple, maybe I'll do a couple different sizes because these are slightly different. No, those are the same size. I'll do some tall ones and some like really small things because I'm sure I've got some super small things that will fit in this one as well. Basically just taking as many plants as possible out of the cabinet. Slightly taller ones. Obviously it's not ideal, but that's gonna work really well. And I basically just need to pack this box out so it's as full as possible. there was just a couple of things that didn't fit in, and I think my pings, I'm still not quite entirely sure how I want to pack them, but yeah, there's just 2 big things that didn't fit in even the big box, which is totally fine. I have a plan for the things that are slightly bigger. They're just gonna do a different thing, but I guess for now we can, oh my goodness, close her up. Yeah. Those are looking, yeah, those don't move at all. Like, the plants in there are solid. As bad as it is, I do have some, like, tiny alocasia corms in Fluval. I say tiny, this one's, like, grown like mad in here. Look at that. I think I am just going to bin these for the time being. I don't need them. Oh, this one's a begonia though. This is a begonia ferox. This little guy. I should keep this one. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna keep that. So I'll put this in. I'll find a space in one of those boxes and pop this in. But everything else, propagation wise, I think I'm good to leave. So that's all the clear boxes packed, and I was able to put in pretty much all of my smaller plants in these guys. And I think that's where I'm going to stop for today because I don't really want to put things in cardboard boxes quite yet. Good morning. It is Tuesday now. I honestly just don't think I can wait that much longer to put these plants away. Also, this is influenced by Joe being in the office today, and so I can kind of just do whatever I need to, and it's not going to be that annoying to him. So I think I'm going to start cardboard boxing. You can see this is the like largest normal box we have, which it isn't actually all that big. I was thinking they might be a little bit bigger. So got a couple options there. I've also got a giant roll of corrugated cardboard, like the kind of stuff that comes wrapped around plants when they're shipped for postage. That's kind of what I was thinking on how I can make them be sturdy enough and like not touch each other too much in, not like they can't touch each other, but like not rub against each other and like get damaged basically. But that's kind of the vibe I was thinking, and I could just wrap them up as if I were wrapping them all to go be shipped, which could work. I also have hanging garment box. I haven't put any of these together yet. They're much taller, as you can tell. I see. Ha ha ha. That makes sense. Okay, let me see if I can put this box together. And we can have a look together, because this might be really useful for my really, really big plants. Let Let me see if I can grab a plant that would work well in there. I mean, this is relatively small for what I'm talking about, but like if I do something like that, especially if I wrap them all into cylinders, yeah, because I've got some taller alocasias as well. Like, this is not a good representation of a tall thing, but I got some taller alocasias as well that I could put in these sort of taller boxes. I have 5 of these, which I think will be really, really useful. Other option I have is to use these sideways, these large ones sideways. It's still not huge, but I could fit things like this cast iron and like a bunch of the medium things. I wonder if this moss pole would fit at this height. No. Fabulous. What about? Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Cool. Or I can put them in the box as normal and leave the top open. But I am just aware that I want to be making the boxes as stackable as possible. Like, that's going to make a huge difference if the boxes can be stackable, because then we can just like fit more stuff in the trucks. But if the boxes do need to sit like this, they absolutely can as well. It's just slightly more inconvenient. This is stressful. Part of why I was procrastinating it. All right, let's see the kind of things that can fit into this. So I am a little bit worried about putting stuff in semihydro in already, because it's only Tuesday, we're not moving until Friday. Because I'm emptying the water reservoirs, I don't particularly want to just leave them unwatered for 4+ days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The likelihood of me opening them up on Friday is slim. Saturday, so 5 days. I might push doing some until tomorrow or Thursday morning. I know that wouldn't be Joe's favorite, but you know. We'll see. Yeah, like things like that work really well. And I suppose I've got some things on moss poles, like my smaller moss poles. actually. These are too tall. Okay. Let's just try, because I mean, I doubt we'd be putting anything on top of a box like this anyways, right? That's actually a really good box. Okay, can you see that well? Because then genuinely, this stuff all goes upward. Actually, since the moss poles aren't like full to the top, I can just bend them down like that. And then, yeah, that works so well. And I mean, it's heavy, but fully liftable. Fantastic. And actually, smaller, like lighter things could go on top of this and it's not the end of the world. Right, good morning. It is Wednesday. T-minus 2 days until we don't live here anymore, which is mental. I think I got a good chunk done yesterday. Sorry I didn't chat much. I was just like, I was not having the best of times. I was a little bit stressed about things and like things weren't exactly going my way, but you got to see all of what I did anyways. So hope you enjoyed that. What I have left is essentially semihydro plants. I was trying to leave these till like the last possible second because like at least in soil, if the soil's moist, it'll be good. But I wanted to leave these in their water reservoirs for as long as possible, and I'm now going to dump out the water. But I really don't have many plants left. I have what's on this desk, which I think will probably fit in a large box standing up like I did at the beginning of yesterday. And then I have some plants in the office, 4 or 5 big plants in the office, which will have to go into either go into a tall box or go in to a large box, like in tubes, but like without being closed. Those are kind of my 2 options, but any box that I can close and that I can stack is my ideal, because that means it's going to be easier for the movers on Thursday and Friday. The packing technically begins on Thursday. We have a 2-day pack because we're getting 2 small in terms of trucks. We're getting 2 Luton vans, which I think are small trucks but larger than a transit van sort of thing. And they're packing the first one on Thursday afternoon, evening, and from my understanding, or from what would be my ideal, they pack all the furniture and all of the like normal stuff boxes. Basically, my ideal is anything but the plants, and everything but our mattress. And then on Friday, they're coming in the morning, and we're gonna do like the final bits. I'm hoping it's just the plants and our mattress into the second truck. Obviously, it depends how much they can fit in the first one, but I'm hoping it's like very, very quick in the morning, and then we can get out of here as soon as possible and drive the 4-hour drive to Wales. So yeah, that's where we are. I feel like my head's in like a better place today than it was yesterday. I was just having a bad time. I like massively cut up my hand, and then I hit my head on the table, like on this, and I was just getting really frustrated, which didn't need to happen, but you know, anxiety. So I have confidence that this is going to be fine today. So let's get started emptying these reservoirs out, and then we can pack them up. So essentially, I'm just gonna pour that out, and that should be fine. The semihydro should still be moist enough to be okay, and my plan is to cling film over the top as well to keep whatever moisture is in here staying in here. The ones in no drainage are a little bit more difficult, just because I need to hold the semihydro in place, but it's doable. Just very slightly tipping it, and it's just slower. They don't need to be like empty though as well. I just kind of don't want them to be full enough to slosh about, because that could cause the boxes to get wet, and since they're cardboard, that's not gonna work. Oh my god. Probs time for a repot. I think that's everything that will fit in the large box on its side. So let's go with these for now. So when I say rafting cling film, this is what I mean. I got this like packaging cling film from Amazon on a little roller. I've used this like sort of half size before, and it's super great for packing up plants. So I like to go around the outside first, because it gives it something to stick to, and then bring it over the top and just like covering as much as I possibly can of the like free semihydro. And then I end it with a nice spin round to pull everything sort of tight. And yes, it is a lot of cling film, but you know, if it's gonna protect my plants, it's gonna protect my plants. Because now, it's much more solid in there. It's not going anywhere. Even if it did get tipped on its side, which I hope it doesn't, it would be fine. Oh my gosh. Final box of plants complete. All of my plants are packed up now. I mean, I say all of my plants. There's 3 plants that I haven't packed. And it's because I kind of want to talk to the movers to see what they think is best, because I'm sure they've moved things like this before. Let me show you which ones they are. One of them is the giant bird of paradise, which I absolutely could wrap up. It's obviously not going to fit in a box. I don't even know how tall the trucks are that we're getting, so I kind of want to see what the movers have to say before I make a decision on that one. But I totally can wrap it up into a cylinder like I have been doing with these sort of things. It just wouldn't go in a box. Then we have the Pallidiflorum, and again, I'm sure I could probably wrap this up into a cylinder, but I'm just worried about these leaves a little bit, and I'm almost tempted, because it's not like that huge of a plant, like in reality, it's just awkward. But what I'm thinking is this one might be a good candidate to put in the trunk of our car and like lay the leaves over the, like, because we're gonna have a couple of like small duffels for our sort of, we're calling them go bags, but like our sort of bags that we're gonna have right away with some like clothes and toiletries essentials. But I feel like this is a really, really good candidate for that sort of thing, because it wouldn't be that difficult to put in, and I think it would probably like it a little bit better than being in the moving truck. And it's not that it's particularly sensitive. I don't think the Pallidiflorum is sensitive. It's just awkward more than anything else. I actually have 2 more. Next, we have the giant Monstera propagation that I've just got propagating in water at the minute. And I still haven't decided exactly how I'm going to pack it. I don't think, it's not going to fit in a box. This is just far too awkward to go in a box. So I think I'm going to wrap a like wet towel around the nodes so that they stay moist while we're on the journey. But I don't think I'm going to do that until Friday morning, because that is when we're actually doing the moving, and there is possibility for this to go in the car. I feel like if I just have this one in the Pallidiflorum in the car, that wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, I think we could definitely make that happen, and then it'd be less likely to get crushed, because also it's like its new leaf is coming out at the minute, which is exciting because I thought I was going to lose that leaf, so very excited for that. And then lastly, the giant Tycon. Again, I think I just want to ask the movers what they think I should do with it, or like if they have, like if there's room for it to just be like strapped in at the back. We're gonna see if that works, or there is possibility that this can go in the back of the car. It might be a little bit tight. That would not be my ideal. I'd rather it go in the truck space-wise, but you know, if that needs to happen, it needs to happen. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about everything. So that's it. That's me packing up all my plants for the big move. Now we just need to make it happen. I'll be vlogging the like main bit over on my vlog channel, because this is just about the plants. So I think the next video you'll see from me will be damage report down the line, so keep an eye out for that, and I can let you know if anything happened, if there's any sort of big issues. Fingers crossed there aren't, but you know, it might happen. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future, and subscribe for more. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to keep growing. Bye!